Good morning, all my fellow able, astute, alert patriots. You know, the Democratic propaganda outlets, the fake news media, would love to cover for bumbling, boneheaded Biden. The trouble is how to do it. Certainly not the economy. Job numbers are atrocious. Inflation is up. Consumer confidence is in the toilet. The stock market is below where it was when he took office. Not foreign affairs either. He blew the withdrawal in Afghanistan. He's had the fallout with France over Australia buying nuclear submarines. North Korea has given the US the middle finger with testing of long-range missiles. China, on top of its economic war with the US, has threatened to bring its ships into US territorial waters outside of Hawaii, where I live. And of course, almost daily, Putin mocks Biden in the Russian press. The legislation he's proposed is divisive, from his budget to the beer flu to guns. You name it, he can't seem to get anything passed. And for whatever reason now, the press, since it can't defend Biden, well, it kind of talks around him. Take a look at these headlines. How often do you think Biden's name is mentioned? Let's start off with NBC. This is actually from about 2 days ago. Haitian deportees assaulted U.S. pilots, injuring 3 ICE officers. Yeah, these Haitians hate going back to their home country so much that they're beating up the ICE officers when they land in their own country. We don't want to come home. My God, this is a shithole of a country. How dare you send us here? Let's go to current news now. From ABC. U.S. Special Envoy to Haiti resigns in protest over deportations. The man Biden just assigned a couple of months ago, he quit saying, "No mas, no mas." And, yes, that's Maxine Waters wearing her Jim Brown wig. You know she's serious when she's wearing her Jim Brown wig. She's slamming the president too. And she's not the only one. From CNN, Democrats blast Biden administration on handling of Haitian immigrants at the border. You know you're in trouble when the Communist News Network has to print a bad story about you. Let's keep on going on. Fox News. DHS says 1,401 migrants removed to Haiti. Less than 5,000 remain in Del Rio. What? Wasn't there originally 10 to 14,000 people there? Even if they say these 3,206 have been moved elsewhere along the border, that final number seems kind of light, doesn't it? Well, let's go to my local newspaper, the Star Advertiser, and they got this story from the Associated Press. Many Haitian migrants staying in U.S. even as expulsion flights rise. And the caption for that picture reads, "Migrants are released from United States Border Patrol custody at a humanitarian center in Del Rio, Texas." That's right. The detention facilities are so overwhelmed, they're just releasing these people onto the streets. Do you think the foreign press is any kinder to us? Let's go to one final news outlet, the BBC. Now, at least they honestly call it the migrant crisis. Take a look at these headlines. Angry scenes at Haiti airport as migrants arrive. And then, this is the one where that U.S. Special Envoy, this picture alone might have made him resign. Just a couple months after he was assigned to his post. U.S. probes horseback charge on Haiti migrants. And Colombia. Migrants risking it all to cross the Darien Gap. That is the border between Colombia and Panama. I love this next headline. Biden to continue Trump-era migrant expulsions. That's the name you dare not mention if you're part of the Democratic propaganda outlet. Mentioning President Trump's name is strictly verboten if you're part of the Democratic propaganda outlet machine. And finally, our first day of freedom on American soil. What this story is all about is this couple in particular, or this family in particular, well, they won the lottery. The reason they mentioned freedom is because their request for political asylum, well, at least it's being considered. Do I really believe it's political asylum they're requesting? No. Well, they are requesting political asylum. Do I believe it's a valid request? No, I don't. The political asylum requests are a joke. Just every single illegal alien puts in for it. Now, you and I both know that the political asylum request thing is overused and abused. Just because you're poor and uneducated and can't find a decent job in your home country is not a reason to grant political asylum. Or at least it didn't used to be.